to Evansville Podcast. My name is Jason Burton. Thanks for listening. On today's episode, DeAndre Wilson joins me. But before we get into that, let's talk about our sponsor, the St. Peter's Highland UCC 24-hour Extra Life Board Gaming Marathon. It's a benefit for Riley's Hospital for Children. You play some board games, or if you don't like board games even, you can sponsor people that do like playing board games. It's over the weekend of October 21st through the 23rd. And I've set up a link that forwards you to the Board Game Marathon's Extra Life page. If you go to evansvillepodcast.com/extra life, it will take you right to the Extra Life page for the team. And you can sign up there or sponsor someone. It's for a great cause. Like I said, it's for the Riley Hospital for Children. So do that. Now, on to today's episode. Mr. DeAndre Wilson, he is a student, a dreamer, and a doer. He's attending Ivy Tech, and we talk about that and what he's learning there at Ivy Tech in regards to hospitality. Also, what he has planned in the future as far as food trucks or who knows. But we had a great conversation. It was great to finally get to talk with DeAndre a little more in depth. We've kind of been Twitter pals and spoken at a few things when we see him out, but never got a chance to really sit down and talk with him. So it was a good time to get to know him a little better, and really enjoyed our conversation. Hopefully you will too. So let's get into it. Here's DeAndre Wilson. Yeah, this is. I was thinking about how we're going to do this one, and I was like, I really don't know what we're going to talk about.
I just was told, I should reach out to you.
Yeah.
And I just hear Jason, Evansville Podcast. Well, and you follow me on Twitter.
I mean, you're the Twitter master.
I try.
I want to say, people give social media crap sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And they're for justifiable reasons.
Yeah.
But they're, in this case, though, I mean, we would never have met without Twitter.
Nope.
So, and even Twitter isn't as widely used in Evansville as like Facebook or something. But the Twitter community in Evansville, though, it's interesting.
Very, very much.
So we had a running joke, I guess, like, I'll retweet your stuff, you retweet my stuff.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. We got to spread the word.
Definitely.
But, so maybe tell us a little bit about what, I know you're still going to Ivy Tech?
Yeah, so at Ivy Tech, yes.
Okay. So maybe what are you doing over at Ivy Tech then?
A major is hospitality administration with a minor in culinary arts.
Yeah.
And then when I graduate, I'll get that degree, and then I will have 4 certifications tacked on to that. And I graduate in May of 2017, so I need a job.
And that's the real reason you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the pictures on Twitter. Like, you've posted of food that you've made, and always makes me hungry.
Well, that's the
reason, right?
Yes, that is the reason. I love that. My buddies and I, Jeff Gott and Jamal Junius, we want to start a food truck one day.
Yeah.
No when, no date, but just one day.
Right.
And we're kind of honing in on our skills.
Okay.
Jeff is a fabulous cook. He came from he went to Bossy, graduated, and went to Johnson & Wales in Rhode Island and in Charlotte.
Okay.
So he knows all about the different cuisines, and he's phenomenal in the kitchen. And so I just kind of follow his steps. He guides me.
Okay.
And then, I have my knowledge comes from Ivy Tech. So
yeah.
I'm confident in the kitchen, but he can like run an entire kitchen if he wanted to. He's really good.
Yeah, food trucks. I mean, just not that long ago, we had like one.
Right.
And now it seems like we've got, maybe 10?
Yeah, right. We're just at 9.
9, okay. Good guess by me.
Yeah.
Man, nailed it. So, yeah, I think that's awesome. And I think there's definitely room for tons more, because there's so many. I mean, food trucks are cool. And finally we're getting it in our area. And instead of like the bigger cities, of course, that's how it works. It trickles down. But food truck, that's exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've done some research, and our market can support 13 food trucks easily. Okay. So that was, that was happy. I was happy about that, because if we have 9, there's room. We have 10, there's still room.
Yeah, 13. Okay. And that's totally reasonable, because I know a lot of people were concerned with like Pizza Revolution, maybe because they're they're a dominant force.
Yeah,
because they're awesome. But they're, you know, I've been to, like, recently just going to, like, Franklin Street Bazaar, or I don't even remember what the last thing I was at, but there was plenty of people at all of the food trucks. I think it was Parks Fest. There was, like, everybody was, like, at every food truck. So we're definitely we're on board.
Definitely. That's good.
I don't mean this to be food truck podcast, but
it's okay. It's okay. One interesting fact is I was at the last First Fries at Haney's Corner.
Yeah.
And Pizza Revolution was the only truck there.
Yep.
I was like, whoa. So
that's good. And I think there's a few reasons for that, but hopefully that grows as well.
Yeah, definitely. That was amazing.
I think the First Fridays is fairly new, so still trying to figure out what that means, and you know how all that works. But I think everybody seems to like it. So.
I think it's fantastic. I always lead with a painting and some soap.
Yeah. That's well, that's good. You're doing it right then.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's how you're supposed to do it. So you're in Evansville. You're a young guy.
Yeah.
We seem to always have that brain drain where we lose our best and brightest a lot of the times. Not all the time, but so that's got to be tempting for you. You know, you mentioned doing a food truck here, and you want to be involved in Evansville, but so, like, what would keep you here? What does draw you here to Evansville?
2 reasons. The first one, the cost of living.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
That's a good one.
And then the second one, Evansville is an untapped gold mine. And it's just waiting. And there's so many creative people here, such as yourself. Everyone that I've met is very creative, and they're just waiting for that right moment to seize their opportunity and fulfill a niche. Mm-hmm. If we all do that, Evansville will definitely be a cool place for the next generation to definitely want to stay. So I just think it's an untapped gold mine as far as events and opportunities. They're just waiting. People are just waiting for their right time to seize the opportunity.
Yeah. Seems like that is the draw now. It's not necessarily that people want to make a bunch of money, but which is, making a bunch of money would be fine.
Yeah.
But it's more like the quality of life is more important than necessarily making working 80 hours and never doing anything but making all the money. That's kind of going away, I think. Is that how you see that?
I definitely see that. I do see a lot of young talent moving away. For example, I have a friend of mine. He wants to move to L.A. now. Right. We can't really stop. How could we compete with L.A.? Right. In his eyes? I think we can. Ultimately, it's going to take some time and the right people in place, but I think we can. Yeah.
Well, just, get in the car in both spots and tell me the difference, right? Yeah. We can compete, but then again, it's like, maybe, it's like it's a whole different thing. And people want to go to LA, that's great.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
It definitely is.
But there is some, it's just in the last, or maybe it's because I've been paying attention in the last couple of years since I've started this podcast, but it does seem like there's more of more people out there like wanting to stay here, wanting to make it better instead of leaving.
Definitely.
And, haven't run into the same problems wherever they go.
But the opportunity is there for individuals that want to stay here and want to do something. Not everyone can see those opportunities, but they are there.
Yeah. So hospitality, what does that entail?
Hotels, events, front of the house service at restaurants.
Gotcha.
I work part-time at Just Rennie's Catering.
Oh.
So I've been there for 2 years. Love it.
Do you have the secret cookie recipes?
No, we're told to leave. No, I love it there, and so hospitality is all of that.
Okay, so
tourism, you name it.
Yeah, what draws you to that then? That's not everybody wants to host things.
Oh yeah, I think it's cool personally. Back in high school, always attended events. And I was just curious, the host or the event planner, what goes on through their mind to want to be in charge of the event and the people that are here.
Yeah.
And then we also need strong event planners as well, more diverse, more creative. And so that's where it kind of got my attention back in high school.
Yeah.
And I stuck with it every single step of the way.
Okay. So it's a real... It's like a passion of yours.
It is. It definitely is. And then preparing, kitchen prep is kind of growing on me as well. Didn't think it would, but it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, it's something that's been like surprising to learn with kitchen prep, because I'm always curious about this. Because I don't know what I fake that I know what I'm doing. It turns out okay most of the time, but
well, you have me. I can help you.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a good resource. So like prepping stuff, I've always wondered, like, how do you have everything ready at the same time? Because things cook differently, and you have to have this going and that going. How does that even work?
Time management, definitely.
Oh crap.
And just understanding your basic kitchen preparations and understanding how long the chicken will cook or your grilled vegetables, things like that. Just understanding the time, being able to multitask ultimately.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't just start everything at the same time and hope for the best, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a domino effect would be a good way to put it. You start one, and then about midway, you start the other one. And about midway through that, you start the other one, and eventually it all gets done at the same time.
Yeah. Do you have anything like your best, like, time-saving tip, or like this is the best thing I've learned? Like, everyone needs to know this.
The best thing I've learned is if you can get started the day before with just basic cutting of vegetables or fruit, do it. Okay.
So you don't have to worry about spoilage or anything like that. You cut them up and just store it.
Store it safely. Okay. And it'll cut down that time for tomorrow. So Thanksgiving, for example, I'm always cooking. My friends and I get together and we cook for our families. And so the night before, we do a majority of the work.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that just makes everything
so much easier.
You can enjoy that football game then after.
Yep. You can kind of walk away a little bit,
right?
Head in the TV room, and then come back to it instead of just being focused the whole time in the kitchen.
Okay, interesting. I don't know if I can ever be prepared like that, but that's a good tip. So stuff I usually like to ask about people that are in Evansville. Are you? You born in Evansville?
Yeah, born and raised.
So you're all
all
around Evansville. Have you traveled much outside of the area? Okay.
Yes, I've done research on other food trucks. Mm-hmm. And so I've been...
Does that mean you just went and ate a bunch of food trucks?
I did. And I took a couple pictures.
That is awesome research.
Thank you. Took some pictures. I interviewed the owners.
Cool.
That's my traveling.
Okay.
Had a purpose.
Yeah. Well, that's a good combo there.
Thank you.
So what, like Chicago, St. Louis, stuff like that, or
I've been
Nashville?
To Nashville, Louisville, Charlotte, Rhode Island, Atlanta, Panama City Beach, Florida.
Okay, so you've been around there.
Houston.
All right.
And Cincinnati.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good mix.
So yeah.
Okay, so what's the best? Immediately, I want to know what's the best food truck then you've had.
I forgot the name, unfortunately, but it's from Houston.
Okay,
and it was a seafood truck.
Really,
seafood and steak. Amazing.
Huh. I would not have thought of a seafood food truck, but
phenomenal. Excuse me, crab legs and shrimp steak combination. Oh my gosh!
Wow. Yeah, I did. That's interesting. So, since you traveled around a little bit, is there something that Evansville doesn't have that you wish we had?
More food trucks. And I know we're getting this, but to answer your question, an active downtown.
Yep.
And diversity. Those would be the three.
Yeah. Yeah, different organizations are trying to incorporate diversity. And I always hear that, and it's like, once we know that we don't talk about diversity anymore, that's probably when we're good, right?
Yeah.
Or hopefully, it's not the other way around. But yeah, it's like that's a big topic right now, and I know that a lot of people are wanting to correct that or address that or whatever the word is. But yeah, that would be cool. And so, what is something that Evansville has that's like a hidden gem that you wish more people knew about or you think is cool?
Haney's Corner and the Franklin Street Bazaar. Fantastic events.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic that still people aren't attending. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I guess because maybe the word's not out all the way yet, but it is out enough to where if you hear it enough, you can research it, understand it, and then attend it. So
yeah,
those are the two cool, Haney's Corner and Franklin Street Bazaar.
Franklin Street Bazaar. I would agree with those. Yeah, I know Franklin Street Bazaar, like Karen Conway's doing a great job of organizing that. And yeah, it was really good. I mean, every year it seems to get, I mean, it was the second year, so it was better this year, and I'm sure it'll be monster hit next year. But
yeah,
Evansville, we're slow to support things, right? We need a couple years.
Yeah, we need a couple. Yeah, we'll get there. Right. And I leave with soap from there too.
Soap is everywhere.
It is. To my list, I'm sorry, I forgot to say that I also been to Indianapolis.
Yeah,
and I went during a Kanye West concert.
Okay,
so I got to look at the food trucks and then go see Kanye.
Yeah, so it was a good day for you.
It was a very good day.
Yeah, Kanye. So how is he live? Because I always wonder about that. Sometimes he doesn't translate for me when I see like him on Saturday Night Live or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because I'm old or
You're not
what.
Old.
I am old, very old. But I mean, and that's fine. Not everybody's not for everybody, but
right.
A lot of people like Kanye, and especially when they see him live. So
yeah,
what is it about Kanye?
Epic energy. I don't think he ever gets tired. The way his performance was set up, he was on a floating platform, and he was hooked to a harness so he didn't fall off, of course.
Yeah.
But he performed 20 songs, and he's jumping around. I would have been tired, but I guess he's used to it.
Wow.
He was full of energy.
Yeah.
Epic. That's all I can say. It was just epic. We'd love to see him again.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can get him to come over to Evansville and eat at your food truck.
One day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, is there, I mean, I know we do get like the bigger acts. We don't seem to have a lot of, when you talk about diversity, it seems like it's like old rock bands and country music.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there some like some music, local music that you like or anything like that?
Oh yeah, supporting the local music community, whether it's rock bands or rappers or jazz or hip hop artists, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Support them all, and we do need diversity. Those types of events in the Ford Center for everyone, because last time I checked, everyone had some money, so we should try to get everyone's money.
And the money all spends the same, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, you're graduating in May.
Yeah.
So I know you said you need a job, but like, you have any like immediate plans, or are you just gonna like work at other than food truck maybe, but gonna try to get on a restaurant, a hotel? Do you have a preference there?
It would definitely be a hotel.
Okay.
If I had to choose, but I'm open for anything.
Yeah, maybe the new.
Hey,
see,
why not?
I mean, they need food and and somebody to organize things, right?
Yeah,
an event center is a good place for an event planner, right?
Mm-hmm. Any of those.
Yeah. Okay. Is there? I'm trying to think. It's interesting because usually I talk to Alyssa Fricky about the millennial stuff. I don't know if you know Alyssa.
No, I don't know her.
Because we joke because she seemed to be always the millennial the news finds all the time. But so I don't know if you were like wanting to come on here and start to fight her for the Evansville's millennial
we can
status.
Share it. We can just share it. I know if someone, you said they always seem to find her. Hey, we can work together.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll have to introduce you guys. It's millennials. Speaking of bad rap, like we were talking about social media, like millennials. I don't know if you even like that term. We just throw that. I don't know. I was Gen X, and I never really cared for that term, but so millennials get a bad rap, I think, as far as like, how do we work with these guys? They have all these expectations or whatever. But, so you seem like not like what they're complaining about to me. But what is there like something that drives you nuts about the millennial tag? Maybe.
What drives me nuts? I would like to say the fact that people always say millennials don't have a good work ethic. Mm-hmm. Well, I have 3 jobs. So not all of us. There's a few.
Right.
And then another one. This is my favorite one. That we can get famous off social media.
Right.
I mean, it's happened, but that's not the whole population of millennials. That's just a few.
Right.
Don't just give us all a chance. And then the ones that are getting famous off of social media, hear them out, because evidently they've got marketing down to a T.
Yeah, the marketing, and that's, we're talking about getting the word out about, why people don't go to things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is it about Evansville that it seems like there's some kind of, I've said it before, but like there's a disconnect between, because you can go on TV, social media, radio, everything, and still there will be people like, why didn't I know about this? Why didn't you tell me about this?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. And I don't know what the answer is.
Well, my own professional opinion, my own personal opinion, I just think that when you're marketing, you need to learn how to market to the masses and not just segments. Back to that point, everyone has money. We should try to get it. So market to the masses of people in Vanderburgh County and then outside of that. But that's how I would answer that question. Because people in those positions, I feel like, don't understand the discipline of marketing. You are a researcher when you're in a marketing position. And so you're constantly asking, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Why is that important? Why? So, yeah, marketing to the masses.
Yeah. All right. They're teaching some good stuff at Ivy Tech.
Ivy Tech is amazing school. I love it. I'm glad I went there.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we talked about with, the first year you do something doesn't necessarily, it's like maybe sparsely attended. It's like Parks Fest is a great example. 4,000 people, which is actually a really good number.
That's a good
people
number.
That showed up. Then like the next year there's 8,000 people. And then I haven't heard what this year's, but it seemed like there was a lot more people there this year than the last one. So just, that you got to be patient, I guess, more than...
You have to.
Don't just do a one-off thing, right?
Yeah, you have that patience. Really do.
Yeah. So, that's what I want to... So how can we help you? What is there anything that, or maybe not you necessarily individually, but like the millennials or whatever you think, like the food truck movement, what is something that we can do, the audience can do to help you out or follow what you're doing or whatever?
No, just support food trucks.
Yeah.
Support food trucks is the bottom line.
Yeah. Go buy some. Sacrifice by going and buy some pizza or some awesome, what's the Chino Taco, which is like, what the heck? Why is this so good?
Definitely. And also support local. That would be the two.
Yeah. Okay. And you're on Twitter.
Yeah.
Cool to have people follow you on Twitter.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. And I can't, it's like Mr. DMs or something,
yeah,
right?
Mr. DMs.
Mr. DMs.
Yeah.
Especially if you like looking at pictures of food that will make you hungry.
That's the point, because
and irritated.
People will believe in me and believe in us and what we want to do.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about food all day. But then, like, when you see that picture, you're like, oh, yeah.
Go to my Instagram,
legit.
Go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and see what we can do. And we're going to do a lot of that on the truck. Okay. Gourmet style.
Smart.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not like you're not slinging whatever. It's not all food trucks are like cheeseburgers or something. It's actual, these are like legitimately good, high quality food. And
I picked that up from Charlotte, Rhode Island, and Houston, and Atlanta, that they are going to that gourmet restaurant preparing, restaurant looking food off of a truck. Yeah,
did you see that chef movie?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, with John Favreau. I was like, man, that just made me want a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
The movie basically just made me hungry. Maybe I'm just hungry right now. Well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming over. And I know you said, he's like, I just want to be on the podcast.
I just want to be on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Because
Thank you.
we're just hanging out and chatting. So
yeah, definitely. Thank you so very much.
So no, anytime, come back, especially if you have food. I'm not saying,
so a sample.
Well,
okay.
I'm not opposed to helping you out by telling people how awesome food tastes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, thanks for coming over and
thank you again. Thank you again.
Yeah, and definitely we'll, anytime you have something you want to talk about, just let me know. You can be my the official millennial of the podcast. Sorry, Alyssa.
No, we can share it. We can share.
Yeah, I'll have you guys on at the same time.
There you go.
There we go. We'll have a millennial cast.
Yes, perfect.
That'd be awesome. Cool. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks again to DeAndre for coming on the show and talking to us. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I did. Look forward to seeing what he comes up with next. And I am so ready to try some of the food and can't wait for those food trucks to hit. So thanks again. Go to evansvillepodcast.com. Please check out some previous episodes. And if you like what we're doing here at the network, tell somebody about it. Share a link or two. We'd appreciate it. Thanks. Good job, everybody.